And here, right here, this is where it starts changing. Okay. Instead of asking, how do I get the thing? Ask, who am I when I have it? You've tried manifesting and your life still hasn't changed. And there's a reason why. It's because you've been trying to call in a new reality while still showing up as a version of yourself that you've already outgrown. And once you understand that key piece, everything in your life, it starts to move. So let's talk about why your life hasn't shifted yet and what actually unlocks that next level that you've been pulled toward. So let's get started. So let's talk about what's really happening here. Most people think that manifestation is about getting the thing: more money, more influence, a better body, a business that finally takes off, freedom, purpose, just a whole new life. But manifestation isn't about just what you want, it's about who you are while you want it. Because reality doesn't respond to what you write in your journal once a day, it responds to what you practice all day long. And here's the simplest way that I can even put this. Manifestation isn't like texting a wish into the universe and then just waiting on some reply. It's like learning a new language with your life. You don't become fluent by memorizing some words or phrases on a flashcard. You become fluent by speaking it into your life. So, if you're repeating affirmations, but living in the same habits, the same standards, same self doubt, then your life, it isn't speaking the new language yet. And that's why it feels like nothing is changing. So let me break this down into steps. Step one, check the identity that you're manifesting from. I want you to ask yourself this. What version of me am I trying to manifest this new life from? Because if the version of you that you're trying to manifest from is still operating from I don't trust myself. I always struggle. I'm behind and I never finish, then the outcome that you're calling in, it feels unsafe to your system. It's like trying to pour fresh water into a cup that still has stuff in it. There's nothing wrong with the water. The cup just hasn't been cleared. This isn't about positivity, please. It is about identity. Step two, watch where you are loyal to the old timeline. Sometimes you're not blocked, you're bonded. Let me repeat that. Sometimes you are not blocked, you are bonded to old patterns that just feel familiar. You say you want freedom, but you say yes to all the things that drain you. You say you want abundance, but you keep tolerating situations that just scream scarcity. You say, you say you want purpose, but you keep shrinking your gifts just to make someone else feel comfortable. So that's not a mindset issue, that's a standards issue. Step three, stop manifesting outcomes and start manifesting embodiment. And here, right here, this is where it starts changing. Okay. Instead of asking, how do I get the thing? Ask, who am I when I have it? Because the her that's trying to get the thing, she moves different. She doesn't keep auditioning for some kind of approval. She doesn't keep explaining herself. She doesn't keep negotiating her needs. Simple things. And this is where the language analogy uh, it may hit home for you. Affirmations are like flashcards, but embodiment is like having the real conversations. Your reality changes when your daily actions start speaking the new language. Step 4, your nervous system has to feel safe in this new reality. And this is a big one for women who are wanting to start over, rebuild, or to step into entrepreneurship. Sometimes the new reality shows up and then you don't know what to do with it. You don't know how to hold it. You get an opportunity and then suddenly you're anxious. You start getting some traction and then you just second guess absolutely everything. You get closer to your dream. And then for some reason, you find a reason just to pull back. And I am so guilty of this one. And honestly, let me be the first to tell you, you're not bad at manifesting. So we're going to remove guilt. You are not bad at manifesting. It's just, it's your nervous system. And it's really saying to you, this is so unfamiliar. I don't even know what to do with it. So you don't force it. You do not force it with pressure. So what you do is you build safety, and that's through small action. Think of it like strength training. You don't walk into a gym and then immediately lift your max weight that same day, right? You you build capacity. And it's the same for receiving. Step 5. You're not missing a method, you are missing a decision. Oh, let me tell you. Let me say this as gently and clearly as possible. A lot of people are using manifestation wrong. Uh, uh, they are using manifestation to avoid making a decision that would ultimately change the trajectory of their entire life. Yeah. So if you knew that you were one decision away and that your manifestations would be in your reality, would you make that decision? Because decision is where the timeline shifts. Manifestation is supportive of that decision, but it doesn't replace the choosing. Understand? Get it? It's sort of like a GPS can guide you, but ultimately it's still up to you to steer the wheel. So the real question, what decision have you been delaying because you want a guarantee? There is no guarantee. There is no guarantee. There's only alignment. I had seasons where I felt like I was doing everything right, but my life, it wasn't changing. And it's because I hadn't changed what I tolerated. I hadn't changed what I normalized. I hadn't changed how I moved when nobody was watching. And when I finally made one like solidly bold decision and then I backed it up with a new standard, then absolutely everything shifted and everything started to respond for me. It wasn't overnight, but it happened and it was clear. And what I learned from this is that life responds to what you live and not to what you wish. Okay, so quick exercise. No overthinking. I know how you are. We're friends, remember. What's the reality that you keep trying to manifest? Just keep it simple. 2, what is one old timeline pattern that keeps showing up? Is it a habit, a relationship dynamic? Is it a money behavior? How about a fear loop? 3, what is one small action that the new version of you would take today? So just one, not 10, only one. What's that small action? Because one truly aligned action builds identity, and identity changes your entire life. So, if your life hasn't changed, even though you've tried manifesting, I want you to hear me. It doesn't mean that you're failing. It means that your life is asking for embodiment and not just intention. Because what I've learned is that true freedom and purpose, they don't come from thinking harder, wanting it more. They they come from living truer. And if you want support in doing that, I created a free guide. It is the 7-day Revive Guide. And it's for the woman who's done circling and is ready to rebuild her next chapter with clarity and standards, momentum. The link is below. And if this video hit you, then I want you to comment fluent, because you're not just learning the new language of your new life, you are about to start speaking it. Okay? So until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.